Astralis and ENCE are not the only two teams facing off on Dust 2 here in round 4 of Blast Pro Series Madrid. No, here on the C stream between Launders and I, we'll be covering, of course, Giants and Navi. Navi almost took Astralis. It was a hell of a game. Crazy stuff. Yeah. But can they do it versus Giants? I think I'm going to lean towards the side of Nifty here and say that, yeah, they get it done.
Navi?
Navi.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, they probably do. Even
despite, of course, a very impressive victory from the Giants on Nuke versus Nip. Yeah. Just one round to go. But, of course,
it's fair to entertain them because this is, this is their best map. They wanted to play here, but they
float the idea.
Yeah, they had the close loss versus Cloud9 yesterday. Navi's a whole different beast. Yeah, we'll start to see. Obviously, they had some time to talk about what just happened on the map. Zealot's starting off this round hot, though, but so is Edward. 2 kills already. He's made his way to the window for number 3.
Nice. Just popping him as they try to come into the B site. If there's another element that could play to the favor of Giants, it's that Navi are coming off a loss. Giants, probably their best win ever. So, that's going to do something for you.
Best win ever.
And if you go back to just one blast stop ago, we watched Astralis drop 3 best-of-1s in a day.
He's going to ace.
You think so?
He is.
Oh, he's done it. Swaps out to the Glock to finish off those last 2 kills. Hello, Edward.
Bro, he had 28 kills last map versus Astralis in like round 27, so I don't even know what he rounded out with. But he starts off this map with an ace, and it's from window. And there's even a Glock kill in there.
2 of them. Switches over to play hard mode. I mean, listen.
Oh.
He eats clean. He does yoga.
He does yoga. He's vegan.
He
meditates.
He has himself a clear mind. And in that clear vision, he wants himself a win here on Dust 2. I'm sure it's a deflating defeat versus Astralis.
They were pissed.
This one would help.
Dude, electronic, like clean headshots simple in round 29, or round 30, actually. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And then he, simple, slaps Kane's hand away when he's trying to console him.
Uh-oh.
Tilted.
Poor Simple can't finish his kill. Gonna get Edward, though, with a couple more. Holy moly, 7-0.
7 in a row.
He has killed everybody until now. Zeus and Simple finally on the scoreboard.
I love that stat line.
Needs no help, but obviously Navi making mincemeat of this anti-eco.
8 in a row.
Let him go. 8 HP is what he survives with 2.
Rain at Blast in the finals was 20-0 versus Team Liquid on Mirage. So that was for a final.
All right.
But you start off 8-0 in round 2. You're on the right path.
It's a good road to be on.
To passing that.
Yeah. Let's see if he can continue said momentum. Ace in the first, +3 in round 2, and this would be another good chance to farm. That's why all these SMG players are running up. Simple's like, hey, cool your jets, Edward. This is my job. And Zeus has to look up, snaps his neck. Little whiplash helps out, gets himself the kill. Killed Dream. Last man at spawn also falls to an SMG. Navi do a really good job of making the most of the money. They milk that cash cow. All 5 frags go to SMGs.
SMGs, 3 of them up mid, and then they split up. 1 into lower, 1 to top mid, and 1 holding back by the door. And that's the AUG in the back, just making sure he doesn't die. So a clean round indeed. The upgrades are here. Fox is in with the AWP. Everybody else has AKs, and bring that up because Fox isn't always buying an AWP. Sometimes on the T side in particular, he'll go an entire map without playing it, but Dust 2, it's maybe just too appealing. So many ways he can use it.
It's not every day he gets a chance to duel versus a guy like Simple. It's not going to happen in this round, but it's instead going to be the B push. We get that off into position. Simple moves up from mid, snaps down to Zelen. Roman has responded with at least 1 kill, but it's cost him a lot of his health, and Simple still looms near. Does he go through fire? Absolutely. Fox looking the wrong direction. Snapped back by the op of Navi, putting the CTs into a 4 versus 2 situation with bomb down and Roman still lit. Molotov thrown out from Roman. That's going to block off window. Muteris has the only other piece of utility in a flash, and he's going to drop it as he dies. Roman fully committed to just hiding. and cowering in the corner because he knows the chances are low. All the CTs come in, and he takes 2 headshots. How are they gonna get him out of here? He's popping back up and down, and imagine if there wasn't 4 players. Dude.
That would have been sick. Yeah, if it was just a 1v1, he wouldn't have had to peek up again. He could have just waited. Didn't even seem sure about where he was in those last few moments. He was in and out. That was super clean. Very nice attempt. These shots from Simple are just so stupid, man. Insane. And most people respect the Molotov like that, but in Simple's mind, it's I take 20 damage, I get a kill. That's all that's going to happen right now. But yeah, really good attempt here from Roman in the final few seconds. Na'Vi earn a 4th. Tough. Giants did rely on going B fast. A couple of rounds versus Cloud9. They had a very clean entry, so here they had shut down completely, put on their place a little bit. Fox will look for a peek, but get shied off by a flash. Molotov to follow. A couple of CTs to reinforce. And have to look at another avenue for an opening. Fox is already in the spawn as they flash with the cat peek and move along with the round.
Simple no longer the only op here in play for Na'Vi, so Fox may have his hands full.
Oh.
Both snipers looking to pinch on mid, 1 through doors, and the second pushing catwalk.
Where is that? He's on the left side of mid?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Just kind of floating. So Fox is in a decent position to maybe counterpick him. But Flamey's drawn to the B site because of utility usage.
Did Flamey shoot? Hope not.
Ooh.
Oh, wow, okay.
He sure did. Right through the wall.
They thought that was a free long hit because they heard the op. That would have been an A Simple back up top from the watchtower. That is the A site. They know that he's going to be here holding this exact angle. There's not a lot they can do about it. And he's going to pick him out of the sky. They throw the flash to assist. It's just an after image, though, and it isn't enough to scare Simple.
And they lose their mid player just now, so the last 2 players very much stuck in the pit. Electronic has their backside, so nobody's leaving.
He's going back for it. Oh, he's just not scared.
Ooh,
but you could still die. You could still not be scared and die.
Yeah. Some men don't fear death.
That's true. And they still die.
Yep. Joke's on them. Roman's going to try to get his way out. Not going to happen. Na'Vi on fire as fast as can be. 5 rounds straight as they start this on CT.
Giants with 35 apiece, pretty much. That's AK no head armor. Not really a buy that you use on this side, but you can do 3 AKs if you'd like to, or you disable one and just give it another shot, and at a certain point, get a bit more desperate. Good to see Simple on form as he normally is, just hitting all the shots that most people miss, and no one bats an eyelash.
Poor Fox. He's been trying to fight Simple with his AWP, but he died in the B site 2 rounds ago as he was looking away from a flashbang and Simple peeks through fire. And now again, he's looking away from a flash, jumping into pit, and Simple gets the pick. So we haven't actually had a straight up raw aim duel yet from Giants, and I would put some value behind the T's using that pick, using that op to establish a 5 versus 4, something they so regularly had versus Ninjas in their upset, a 5v4 advantage in almost every single round.
CP shuffling about, 3 crowded around the A side, no long control for them. They don't really seem to need it, but they have focused some grenades on Cat, knowing what the T's want to do. Of course it is just pistols, but everyone's making moves. A quick adjustments into the mid to B, and it's them to get melted. 2 kills for Edward, and he has actually died, so that's unfortunate. 12-1.
No, it's all meaningless now. He's only 12-1.
What a scrub.
Yeah.
That is
going. Keep it going.
Question is, will Fox op again? Yeah, there haven't been pure aim duels. Probably a good sign tactically speaking for both teams, although it would be nice to see. But like there, you know, Fox is just trying to get in position, into pit, off of a flash from a teammate. It's really good, but he's getting killed. And again, we could see how aggressive Simple gets. Like, if 2 ops shoot and they both miss, he just gets back into aggressive position right away. Trust that. Even if he's in a dangerous position that gets mollied out, he knows if he has to peek, he's going to hit a shot. And there's insane value in that, and it's terrifying to think that a player is willing to play at that pace when you're going to be terrified. You take a duel with him, you expect him to win. You don't think you're going to get a second chance, and if you do, he's going to be right there, waiting. So Fox does go back into the op. Flamey still got his as the secondary. Giants squeezed into cat control quickly. Like the pace change. But where is Simple right now? Is he over at long? Oh no, he's
Switched to B.
yeah, okay. And Flamey's got long. Yeah, I like the setup from the CTs.
Electronic floating in spawn.
The round gets slowed down even further.
Just kind of opened an avenue to peek out through mid doors. Giants, not necessarily fond of the mid to B splits. Saw it once or twice in their previous Dust 2 game.
Yeah, they did it in like anti-ecos and stuff. Yeah.
It was there, you know, and they clearly know how to do it. They had the right grenades for it, but it's just not favored, so to say. However, they will still begin to inch their way closer towards the B site. Will Middle be a part of this, or will Fox have to pop his op off, drop Simple from platform, and get this party going? Regardless of their decision, it's going to have to come in the next 30 seconds. And it's going to just be a straight-up run through smoke. Edward was caught in the reload, and Killdream actually gets out very quickly. Zelen trades back onto the player towards plat, so the B site falls beneath the feet of Na'Vi, despite having 2 players there.
They might suddenly go for this. It's not 4v3 anymore, and they have Roman in the eyes, the crosshairs of Zeus. There it is.
Done.
Pops his head off, and now it's 3v2. They can perform a clasp on the B site. The op is still in play, which slows things down, but he's here just to make sure they don't come outside.
All with kits. 1 flashbang. That's meant to be the trigger on the push. Oh, Fox, he's just hoping they don't see his side. Zelen has to cover the exit, and there's sound being made by these CTs. They don't want to draw their attention from door. Electronic trades 1 more, and Fox is left alone. Up close, not gonna happen.
He gets on it just in time.
Just in time.
Holy smokes.
So close.
That's crazy. I love that Fox played that patiently because he almost won on time.
7 rounds straight. Na'Vi, they gave up that B site, but I would argue that it really does boil down to timing. You know, Edward's not watching the smoke exit as he reloads, and then off of their 1 flashbang, everybody just comes flooding out. I believe Simple was the first casualty caught here by Tallbox. So, you know, you run back that round 10 times, I think you maybe win at half. But at least they've kept the goose egg on the Giants' side. Double up once more for the CTs. Fire at the feet of the offense, very quickly looking to get to the B site yet again. Electronic alone, no support at the moment, but a close rotate from mid in Simple. He's gonna try to get his eyes in from the windowsill, missing the first shot. Killdream's dealt with, the closer of all. So now Electronic's gonna play within the bomb site, just dancing in the smokes, and then replaced by Simple. Despite the first player being dead, more CTs trickle in, and Simple, he's missed all of his shots, so Fox creates space. It's traded back, and only Flamey versus Roman. He's got the bomb in his sights, though. Cross clear. And with 1:10, the mind games sink in.
Okay, what's he gonna do? He can throw everything he's got or just try to cross-try. The shoulder peek is in, and he knows the tag is out, but still Roman wins the duel. How's that?
Peeks back with a headshot. Flamey hits his legs, but with shaky knees, he still stabilizes himself for the clutch, and Giants find themselves on the board.
Wow.
It's 1 round, but at least it's now. Took them 8 until they got there. I would say tip of the hat to Electronic. He went off on the back of this bomb site.
Nicely played, for sure. And Fox gets his, though. He actually wins that duel. Equally difficult shot between him and Simple, jumping up, the adjustment. And Roman, once he got tagged, is probably like, damn it, I know I'm getting chased right now. I've just got to fight. He goes ahead and does it. Can't blame Flamey for looking for that kill once he tags him. So literally 1 bullet guarantee with the P250 anywhere on the body, and it's done. Job is done.
Giants taking their first timeout. Just going to look to recompose and repeat what's happened in the last. We've got an op on the field once again.
Love the smoke that Electronic threw. It's kind of him playing for himself, dropping the smoke in the back of the site the way he did, using the box. It's similar to how people smoke themselves out on cash on the B site. Peek over the top of the back of generator, look under heaven, over to the side. And it's not quite a one-way, but it can be from some angles.
Simple. Another missed shot's gonna give space to the T's to get in here. Goes back for more, and Fox bests him. Finally, Fox gets a chance to just straight up aim duel. Anticipates the Opper's additional peek and the CT set scrambling, but Roman, he could still add a tally to the damage here. The counter terrorists just want to transition into a save, seeing as they don't have a kill at all. But there's a chance. Edward, he just wants the off. Okay, I get it. But Roman, there's the damage. Slips past Cat, drops the CT spawn, and clears half of the remaining counter terrorists.
Bomb looks like it's going to explode here. It's going to come down to if CTs can save. They can't get an off either, I don't think. The guns can be camped out at mid, and yeah, those are unrecoverable. Children go for the spam. Yeah, they knew they got a tag.
Get out of there.
Both guns down.
Cleared them all.
Bomb doesn't even blow up. 2-2-7, and they get into B. Simple does go wide on 3 shots. So, oh, Fox just blind. Of course. I mean, he had it lined up. He just has to get in position. It's obviously easy if you know there's just one person in window, nobody in the site once you're there. But Simple had his chances. So, it's not a very consistent setup, but with a player like Simple, you're probably like, all right, well, you're going to be good. But today he wasn't.
This is fast.
On point.
It's the follow-up shot. Doesn't drop off either.
These repeaks.
Yep.
these are disrespect repeaks.
Simple's the kind of person where, you know, if we've watched him now miss, say, 8 of his last 10 op shots, he's not going to let that affect him. He's still just going to confidently be repeaking and trying to get more. We saw that in window last round when it ultimately costs him. But alas, we still have Giants rearing back from this 4v5. Simple has a threat nearby.
I think he's making it. Just trying to fake the drop there, but no second opportunity.
Oh, but Zeus is there. Replaces him. The old bait and switch. Audio costs Muteris his life. And the remaining 3 players of Giants are going to try to get into the B site, but Flamey gets here just in time. Edward not looking at his screen. Fox is able to get the first pick and the second. Now he's the bomb carrier, so he has to close that gap. He's going to use the smoke on door. Molotov's window hasn't actually crossed himself. This puts pressure on Killdream to watch flank where he dies, and it's traded back again. Fox with all 3 kills in the round, 30 seconds left, and he sprints.
I don't think you realized maybe that, like, how little time he had. Yeah, oh, he's right back into the crosshairs of Simple. Tough call. Probably just needed to commit to the site that he did such a good job taking with those 2 kills. Luckily for Giants, they've still got more than enough money to purchase whatever they want. Roman can drop if necessary, but it looks like everybody's got what they need and more. Good cat setup here to get those opening 2 kills, and then even though these really nice entries came through, that wasn't enough. The man advantage was lost too early on. Then the round was lost. Following that, a smoke to stop the Molotov, but their second smoke pops a bit later. There's no way to get around that. They're relying on the flashes to get him off the angle.
That didn't work. So they'll still take the real estate, but it comes at a cost. 1 life. Is it worth it?
Nice to have long control at any point in the round, especially with this much time. But at this point, they're sitting back watching flanks. They're going to be terrified that Na'Vi have pushed something. They don't know how many IDs they were. They just know that there was a lot of nades thrown. Na'Vi here are very wary of the thought of this cross. Zeus is in an interesting spot, kind of out in the open. Probably wanted to at least get 1 kill there. Molotov to support Roman.
Wow.
Absolutely destroys Simple.
Thank goodness Flamey gets that headshot long range on the SMG. Kind of keeps the numbers even and adds another to the tally. Flashbang for the repeak, and remember, Muteris low. 3 health for him, and there's a CT encroaching on the smoke, and Edward, Electronic, though, gets it all done. Ramp turns into a graveyard for the Giants as they tried to cross, manage that, but couldn't get any further.
And they killed 2 players in the A site without those players getting a kill. That was Simple and Zeus. Zeus totally prepared on his little off angle to take a fight, at least get 1. He should have been guaranteed 1, couldn't do that. Simple misses a shot, misses 2 shots actually. Second one was a little bit harder, so maybe more forgivable, but drops 1 opening, probably around that Na'Vi shouldn't win, but of course you've still got more star power. Electronic comes through and cleans it up. Electronic blind into this round, going for the 3 in a row. And that will call the end of the bank account of the Giants. They've got no money after this. Well, not much.
Another bruised. That frag grenade hits the mark. Electronic replaced by that Opper, who misses his shot but still draws all the attention. And Zeus, he snuck past Zelen, who's watching mid. So these three Ts inside long have no idea, and they're going to come back. They're going to come back. They might not check this. Oh, Zeus gets two. Drops the bomb. Excellent play from him, just slipping past mid and culling the numbers once again. Giants, they're going to start clamoring back into the round, however. 2v3 as they kill the player who did give chase on long. Zelen has to be careful not to get caught in mid, though. They have that B site open for the taking. They just don't know it.
Yeah. I mean, that's always an issue. Flamey, in a good spot, but only to get the kill after that. He is in a very dangerous position, but it's just into another scope.
Yeah.
How the hell did Simple even get to Car that quickly? He was over at mid banging the doors.
Okay, keeps his head on a swivel.
That's tough to read.
Yeah.
2 ops at A, and the last op was spotted. So you'd think, all right, Flamey's it, and then it's just some kind of rifle we've got to chew through. But
maybe
no,
one on back plat B, for example.
He makes a good read there. Yeah. So that was good read on the setup. Giants didn't have much money, so they do have some. They still got a UMP here, a scout, which is not amazing, but they've still got pretty good grenades and stuff, so they'll have a chance here to win.
Scout's trying to pepper the door. Doesn't manage much. Roman trying to get around this smoke, but it's a spam fight.
They use all of their forces to get out long, and then they rocket back, kind of desperately trying to grab control here. Can you actually crouch under that and not be spotted? I don't think that's possible. I doubt that's possible. Maybe
if he's close doors.
Like if they're double scoped in, could they not see you? I don't know. But if it makes them feel better. And I guess they're like less likely to be spotted, and they really wanted to go to B. So they're going to hang out here. Obviously, probably a DCT smoke from the position that Fox is in or something. Or he's only got a flash, actually. They're just going to burst off of this and have him flank?
Edward, watch your monitor.
Oh, they threw a flash long. Yep. There's 4 CTs at A.
He's just hiding. You know he's here. Zelen certainly sees him. Edward pops up off his teammate's flash, nearly nabbing the second kill. Simbo into the windowsill, looks down, bomb beneath, and 2 players isolated on Car.
Simple.
Fox just gets his kill in mid.
The nade. He's gonna. Interesting.
Does Flamey get into this? Bombs planted, mid control in question, and they know it, so they peel back. Man, you could see Edward vigorously calling on the back of Plat for whatever it may have been, a flashbang that was just maybe too far, because he was stuck for a while. And sure, he did peek off of it, nearly picking up 2 kills, but had it come just a moment sooner, I don't think they're nearly as ready for him.
There haven't been any upper tunnels pushes from Na'Vi, so I guess Giants, the way they saw it is, it's been hard to get out long, but if we get long control, we can come back through spawn and take that small risk of doing that afterwards. But if we get away with this, probably have the attention of the CTs. They've seen us take long control many times, so maybe an unexpected play. It's cool that Edward was able to play that ultra passive the entire time, still get a kill, and have time for his teammates to flash in so he could peek again. And probably should have got that second one as well. Maybe there we have a different retake situation. And so Giant stealing that one back on a buy that had a scout and a UMP. It's Na'Vi who don't have much money in exchange. MP9, UMP for Edward. Electronic, who's on 15 and 6 along with Edward. I don't know if there's a gun in front of him.
Well, yeah, I see an AUG on the dirt just there.
Okay.
So even despite the gas tank getting empty, they're going to floor it to the finish line. 2 AUGs, 1 AWP, double SMG. Nice collection of grenades. It's not too limiting. We've already seen Na'Vi do more with less. Electronic and Edward, 15 kills apiece. That's the 2 heavy hitters for Na'Vi at the moment. Looking to close this half 12-3.
This boost is always so scary, especially if they try to clear out mid with the Molotov, or if any way you start to get spammed. Your teammate on the bottom, he's got to decide, like, do I stay here or are we screwed? But he's just got to trust. He's playing counter flash as well, so he's got to adjust if someone peeks low. Really good to get an opening kill if they do something lurking up mid, but there's been ops at mid, so Giants could be scared.
Electronic misses his slim chance at a headshot.
They're still looking for this lurk. Flash goes over at mid from, I don't know if that was the T's or the CTs. I think that was a feign at default, actually, from the Giants.
Flamey's called off his boost. Comes to support the A site. Giants getting that control, but not rotating back towards B nearly as fast. The option's still there, and they've taken the counter-terrorists out of that side of the map. Zeus goes on a bit of an expedition. He's going to go push into the tunnels. You mentioned this. We haven't seen it as of yet from Navi. He's going to get confirmation. This has got to be dedicated A. Smoke to play around for Flamey. There's bodies stacked up on the other side, and he gets 2 for free. Make it a 3rd. Sure, Muterus is going to push through and try to double back, but it's Flamey off car with 4. Solid defense as he rotates from mid to A and puts a nail in the coffin. 1 round left for the offense of Giants.
That's well done. The only reason that looked so easy, and you're like, well, why doesn't everyone throw that smoke, is because he had to pick a timing where they released their last set of grenades to go over the smoke to force them to go. As you can see the Molotov leaving their hands, there's smoke going over. They're like, all right, well, screw it. We have to go now to cross. And so the timing is so tight for him to throw that smoke and for them to push, and he just does that so well. Whoa, some good flashes here.
Poor Simple flash fully. Here's Muterus moving near. Giants are just going to try it yet again. Into the B site they'll go. This has been their only realm of success, is at B. Edward nearby if needed, and he most certainly will be. It's another first clean kill, but the Aux spray's substantial from Edward. 2 kills and damage. Electronic to take his place, could get flashed over for the peak, but there's a T coming in from behind on CT spawn. Muterus, just the MAC-10, and yet he still makes it work, and Navi will close the round regardless. Fighting on 2 fronts between mid and B. Navi, 12-3. That's a hell of a CT side, and a hell of a performance coming off of what was nearly the upset versus Astralis only 1 round prior.
Yeah, it looked a bit sketchy there, and they probably should have won that round, but Electronic waited a long time. The flash came over, and then he just got both kills by himself on the B site. Should have been some kind of different 1v1 where he gets 1 kill and his teammate dies, but of course he's just so good. You know, he's gonna be able to consistently do that.
I was wondering to myself, you know, we were praising Muterus on Nuke when they beat Ninjas because his performance was almost seeming like such a one-off. You know, we had high expectations coming into the event. We didn't see something that was maybe super noteworthy until that Nuke game where he drops, what, 29 kills, near 30, which is just incredible, and at times just winning rounds on his own. He fell off here for Dust 2. He had 0 kills something like 9-10 rounds into this game. So that's one of the key elements of their biggest success here in Madrid. Muterus no longer having that impact, and on top of it, Navi looking good, and not just relying on Simple, who admittedly missed quite a few shots this map. It was Edward and Electronic really putting in the work.
For the other thing is, like, I think every map we saw yesterday was like Fox never had, I felt like Fox was never top fragging. It was always like Roman top fragging, but I would feel like I was always pointing to him for like clutch situations, multi-kills when it mattered, great positioning, calmness, important op shots, and he's done some of that. So all of these things kind of contribute to this lopsided scoreline. But of course, it is Navi, it is Dust 2. It's not going to be easy to beat a top-tier team on Dust 2.
No, and now they're going to be on the offense. And I'm wondering, like, how much with a 9-round lead are Navi just going to unleash themselves, right? Because they know that they are better than Giants.
Simple's playing with so much disrespect. Yeah. Like, re-peeking is something you did in, like, 2013.
In Fire, while flashed, Simple still re-peeking windowsill to try and best Fox, and he did it a couple of times.
Yeah, and I think for him, he's like, well, if I can't even re-peek and kill these guys, then I can't play properly and beat Astralis. So he's like, in his head, for confidence, he's got to be able to do this, and he's probably a little mad from last game too, so
I would be.
I assume he's just going for it. And yeah, he probably literally just looks at this as practice and warm-up. And the other thing is he's kind of playing an odds game. He's like, well, I hit a lot of my flicks. Re-peeking is dangerous, but I shoot fast, I still have a chance to get a kill. If I re-peek for the second time and then I miss, I definitely die, but I usually hit that kill. So if I'm going to miss 5 out of 10 shots, I'm just going to go for 10 out of 20. Just increase the amount of shots you take, the more shots or you have a higher percent chance of winning the duel. You could still die and lose the round, and that did happen a couple of times. But most of the time, he just would eventually win.
Would eventually get his connection.
Yeah.
Right? And by that time, it's still, with the rest of Navi looking this good, it was enough to win out rounds. So I'm not that great at math, Launders, but I like that. It checks out.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but like, you know, like you're on cat on bricks, looking for the player to cross the corner. You go for one shot. You never re-peek that anymore. Nobody's done that in years. Simple literally was re-peeking like 3 times. Nobody does that anymore.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Except the Undertaker.
Yeah, the Undertaker.
You saw that in his entry, right? When we were introducing the teams and the players. Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what I was talking about.
It was cool.
I'm down for it. He is one of the best. And we shall see if he puts the Giants in the ground. This is their chance, Giants, to swing it back on the T side. We know they can play Nuke. They had a decent showing versus Astralis, an upset victory versus Nip, and a close game against Cloud9 here on Dust 2. But Navi's a whole other beast. A beast that Fox is content to take down. Simple, the first casualty, popped at a distance. USP's trying to use that range to their advantage, and they have an advantage. 4 to the 3. Killdream, solo on A. Edwards starts to skewer his teammates down on mid, and yet the trades continue back and forth. Bomb in tow towards long. Killdream concerned with the potential cap push, and Zeus is over there, but Flamey's the bigger of the threats because he creeps closer and closer, but now his position is known, and Zeus snaps his head back. Roman does the exact same thing to push Flamey into the clutch. 1 kill to start, swaps to the CT's pistol, has this duel towards Catwalk alone as Zelen closes the distance. Zelen not even needed. Roman, he's gonna finish it as the defuse comes through, and we have Giants to start the CT side with their 4th round on the board.
Navi are 1 for 2 today, so, or in the tournament so far.
It's not great.
Yeah, so they get the 2. If they get the 2 here, then they'll have 6 points in total. Astralis, provided they win their game, will be at 9, and they'll be at 6. So it's kind of unclear who might make it further. And for our guys, for Giants, who we've been following throughout this tournament, they've won their 1 match. They're 1 and 2. This is probably not going to be a match that they win. Maybe they get a point somehow. Could be something. Would be way more fun, obviously, if they had tied or beat Cloud9 for today. But yeah, that was close.
Throw another wrench in the works.
At least they put on a show. I'm surprised to see Navi putting on a show, buying up here in the 2nd round after losing the pistol.
Confident.
Not going to take that on the chin.
Ooh. Not a problem. And look how this draws the players off of CT spawn and gets them over onto A.
What a flash.
Opens a very real avenue of assault here on mid. They've got all these CTs mid-transition. Roman in no man's land falls to the 2nd. Oh, 3rd! Simple needs not a weapon, but just his trusty Deeg. Fox at a loss has been left all alone. B site crumbles. That's Simple, baby. Fox is going to try to dodge shots, but there's just way too many players coming at him. 13th round for Navi off the force by a trio, a crescendo of kills from Simple's Deagle, starting off on long.
All by myself. This one he had to work for.
I want to see the 3rd.
MP9 spray down, and then Window just got decimated. His clock. Zelen, good night. Wow.
Roman buys his own Deagle, like, oh yeah? Well, I can do it too.
Yeah, well, yeah, oh yeah, I can only afford a Deagle now too.
Yeah. Little does he realize, he is not God.
Oh, how the turntables.
It's not rocket appliances, but they should still be able to figure this out. Oh, oi.
That's
the most elaborate tunnel grenade I've ever seen.
That's sick.
Electronics like, yeah, put that in the handbook.
Right under
Kane.
the tip. Oh, CZ spray to electronic, 5v4 CTs.
Simple hoping these CTs pop up like whack-a-moles. Who needs the op? I've got a Deeg. Looking for the headshot still as the player hides behind boxes. Muterus just peppering them on the cross, dealing the damage, but not getting the crucial of kills. So Zelen, best of luck, 1v3. swaps to the Deeg, and even then he'll fumble. 14-4, Na'Vi using that force buy the second round to maybe close out this game way faster than Giants would hope.
Yeah, very quick one, it looks like. And because they invested on the counter force, they've got to decide how much they want to fight for the win versus a point, if they could even do that. It's good to see Roman looking strong since he's been so consistent.
Yeah.
And I've never heard of him.
I have once or twice in these Iberian mixed teams.
Okay.
I feel like it's MDL.
Play on like kick or something.
I'm not quite sure.
There's a lot of teams they all had in common.
Yeah.
Tempo Storm, kick, and I'm not sure. I can't exactly remember which one he may have played on. But the average age of the roster was something like 27. So a lot of these players must have played for quite a while.
Good flash assist from Simple. Zeus looking to pop noggins on Catwalk. Run, Muteris. He can't escape his inevitable death, just like Killdream. Falling to the rifles here, the huge advantage of Na'Vi, not only in rounds, but buys on the table. Roman gets himself 2 as he's dropped out of the round. Still 3 casualties stacked up, all from Roman.
Just got blocked.
Yeah.
Through the smoke. Yeah, he's the only one who have gotten kills that round. And here it is. Last chance saloon. Can they defend the Alamo?
What about Elmo?
Will there be red?
Or Roman. He tries. And he'll try even harder now with the one buy we may see out of Giants on this defensive half. Early utility towards B, trying to get ahead of any kind of ridiculous rush. With confidence boiling over here, you can't count out any level of hyper-aggression from Na'Vi.
Gets here for the CTs, and it's the offense to break out mid. Kind of alone. Oh, there was a little switch of the gun. That could have cost defense a kill. Flamey now encourage somebody to play behind it, but we'll have no spam back. It's free map control here. As Na'Vi move into the minute mark on the rounds. No pushes in sight for the CTs. They're spread thin, 2-1-2, and no often play. This is understood by Na'Vi. It's an easy A take.
CT smoke. Gonna deny the mid push. Roman plays close. Very thorough in clearing his corners. Fortunately, if he goes for this push, there could be timing. Oh, to his disadvantage. Flamey was playing around with his knife, so that could have worked out, but Roman a step behind. Electronic controls the tunnels. Zellen's gonna have to fall off, but he commits to the fight, and that'll cost him. Killdream gets 1, and he's done. There's a little bit of spam damage coming off of Fox, looking to cut off these Ts as they work their way into B with 20 seconds to spare. Edwards still in position, but he dies to Muteris, which keeps us within 1. It's traded back yet again, and what could be it? Fox, the leader of this. Simple wants the knife. Oh, Simple, don't do it to him. Don't do it to him, Simple. Oh, he does it to him. Slice and dice to close out round 4. Na'Vi 16-4. That right there is an outclassing.
Yeah, that was savage.
Oi, Giants. Great game on Nuke, but unfortunately for them, they're coming off of a Na'Vi that almost took a Strawless the distance on the very same map just moments ago. Ouch.
Do we have another game going on?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do, Launders. We have
Strawless
Strawless and Ents. So we're going to go ahead and give you guys that one. Plenty of action here in Madrid and another round still to come. Enjoy.